Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend. I'm going to go over the SPY with you guys here again, closing the week with the doji candle as we were testing our prior balance high here, again, with our 20-day crossing above our 50, typically getting that shift from bearish into bullish momentum. The question is, will we rally into next week with possible gap downs that we had that we can possibly fill to the upside if we do continue on with this bullish momentum? I'm going to go over exactly which indicators we are looking for from here, what exactly would give us that clean and major breakout here. Hit the like button if you enjoy, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and if you are a day trader, if you want to see pre-market news that you want to be watching, if you're looking for data sets that you want to be watching, for example, 30 minutes before market open, the market very much does react to certain data sets and you didn't know that they were coming out, or just looking for those major volatile breakouts on news that we mention every single day in the Instables room, go to instables.com in the description below. And for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout alert today. Again, let's jump into this one. So jumping into the SPY with you guys here again, looking at our intraday perspective off the bat, again, looking at our daily candle structure. I'm going to go over the MACD and the RSI with you guys here on the daily chart as well. Very important that we do keep an eye on those again as we have our 20-day crossing above our 50, looking for that shift from bearish into bullish momentum. Again, prior we did have our 20-day crossing above our 50. We were sitting on a bounce and a continuation on that bounce, again, rejecting exactly our prior gap down. So if we do continue on above this prior balance and we do get that proof of concept, we will be looking to see if we can continue on above our prior rejection, not only our gap down that we got rejected prior from, but also our prior rejection that we had here at 426. So if we do continue on above our prior balance here at 416, we have a major resistance coming in at 426. And if we can continue on past 426, then in my opinion, we can have this gap up here up to about 440. And the reason why is because we have prior gap downs that we will be filling, in my opinion, to the upside. So those are the very specific levels we're looking for if we do continue on higher, looking to see if we can continue on past 416. And if we can continue on past 416, that 426 level will be that breaking point for that possible gap up. Now looking at our MACD, as we look for that confirmation on that continuation, you guys can see here on Friday, we did close here with a white shaded line, looking to see if we can continue on with that increase in buy pressure. As you guys can see, a white shaded line showing us a decrease in buy pressure. So going into next week, we very much will be looking for that increase in buy pressure, breaking above our prior buy pressure points to show more confirmation on strength. Again, this will be key if you are looking for that possible continuation to possibly retest our prior balance high and possibly retest that 426 level that we have here on that prior rejection. And looking at the RSI, as we look for overbought or oversold territory, we are not in overbought territory. What we do have is prior divergence that we did get, and we never jumped into overbought territory, giving us a possible argument of jumping back into overbought territory. So going into next week, the reason why we have a possible chance of overextending to the upside is because we did not jump into overbought territory quite yet. Until we do jump above our 70 RSI here showing us overbought territory, we are not overbought in my opinion, and we still have a possible argument for that room to run to the upside going into next week. Possible overextension, and again, possible major short plays that we will have. Making sure we play into this very carefully will be key. And one very big point that a lot of people may not mention is that we don't have major data coming out next week, unless for some crazy reason China were to attack Taiwan or we had major bank failures coming into next week. Then in my opinion, we do have that possible outlook of that bullish momentum continuing on higher. And as we look for that continuation, looking at our weekly chart, looking at our swing perspective here again, as we have our 20 weekly moving average crossing above our 50 weekly moving average that we have not had happen in the last year of trading here. Again, we have been keeping an eye on this here on the channel, guys. If you guys have not been keeping an eye on this, again, dropping below our 20 and our 50 weekly moving average with no bearish candle set up to the downside, looking for that possible bounce back above our 50 weekly moving average, bounce back above our 20 weekly moving average. Now looking for that possible bullish case scenario above our prior balance high here. Again, on the daily chart, we did see our prior balance high. This is what it looks like on the weekly chart. Looking to see if we will continue to respect our 20 weekly moving average will be what we're looking for on this swing term momentum. Even if we get a rejection here, no problem at all. Making sure that we are cautious still to the downside as we have our 20 weekly moving average here crossing above our 50 weekly moving average. So again, if we get a possible pullback, we will continue to look for this possible continuation on that bullish case scenario till we do get our 20 dropping back below our 50 weekly moving average. But again, at this point in time, we very much are looking for that possible bullish case scenario here. Again, looking at our MACD and our weekly chart with our 12 and our 26 crossing higher here, jumping above our prior highs here on our EMAs, showing us that possible continuation. Continuing on with that increase in buy pressure here on our weekly MACD is exactly what we have been getting, and that's why we have been cautious to the downside. Now, looking at our monthly chart, the reason why we have a possible chance of ripping to the upside is not only because, again, we have our prior balance at this point. Again, we have our prior rejection we mentioned at this point, and we have our prior gap up, again, on the daily chart that we have here above our 426 level, right? But the reason why we are on watch here for a possible continuation is because we are now testing and just jumping above our 20-month moving average, looking to see if we will close this candle above our 20 monthly moving average. If that does happen, then we can assume that we may be crossing with our 12 and our 26 here with a nice continuation. And again, that will be that gap up above our 426 level. If that does happen, that will be that bounce off of our 50-month moving average after that rejection on our 20-month moving average. Again, we had this happen prior. We had this now happening again, which could be that possible move and possible short-term, again, gap up that we may have to the upside. And again, that major recession that a lot of Feds again mentioned this last week that we may have leading into the end of the year, maybe that continuation on lower. But again, this month, very much looking to see exactly how this candle closes. This is the watch for our long-term momentum. Again, on the MACD as we have our 12, now looking to see if we can cross above our 26, only curling here. Again, we did mention this for the last couple of weeks that we have been curling here a lot stronger than we have been. So again, if we continue to curl here, we do get our 12 crossing above our 26. That will be confirmation on major strength in the market, and you will see gap ups at that point in time, guaranteed. That's what we're looking for here as far as that long-term momentum. Now, to recap on our intraday perspective, again, as we have our 20-day crossing above our 50, we are very much looking to see how we do respect our 20-day continuing on higher. If we get that possible retest, even consolidate back over here with a possible engulfing candle and continue on with that strength, any possible retest on the hourly chart with the continuation will be that confirmation as far as bullish candle structure above our 416 level. But again, as we look for that continuation, very much looking to see how we bounce off of our 20-day will be very key. Again, as we have our symmetric triangle, looking to see if we will continue on above this symmetric triangle, very much ending with the doji candle on our symmetric triangle. Looking for that proof of concept here above our 416 level. Again, will be that watch. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader, if you're looking for pre-market news before market open, any major volatile movers that you want to be watching, any data sets that you want to be watching, again, for example, if you guys did not see one of many AI movers that we did mention in the last couple of weeks, but one that we mentioned in particular this last week was the major runner of the week, again, mentioning in pre-market at $2.40 on Thursday, continued on to Friday, breaking above $50 in pre-market. Again, an insane breakout that we mentioned in the Instabills room. If you guys do want to see major volatile movers like this in the Instabills room that we mentioned every single week, again, for example, GFAI, we also did mention for the last couple weeks. If you guys did see this major breakout, these are the type of major breakouts we mentioned in the Instabills room. Again, go to instabills.com in the description below, and for only $15 a month, you will never miss a breakout like today again. And again, all of you Instabills, I appreciate every one of you guys for coming over and supporting the channel every single day. Again, looking forward to going at it this next week. I will be going over the market tomorrow as always to prepare for this next week to come. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.